Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll keep talking if anybody needs a check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, 1, 2. I'm a little shorter than most people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, 1, 2.
take a look at
This is a tragic day for the Texas Department of Public Safety. I have with me right now our regional director, Gerald Brown. He is going to come up and then offer a few remarks, and then we'll give more details about what happened. So I'm going to turn it over to Regional Director Gerald Brown.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. This is such a tragic event. Sometime this morning around 10:30 time frame, we had an 18-wheeler that ran through our driver's license/highway patrol office, which is directly across the street from here. Yes, ma'am. So we had an 18-wheeler that ran through our driver's license office that's directly across the street from here. What we know is that we had several people injured as a result of this accident, as a result of this incident. The driver was being followed. He had stolen an 18-wheeler earlier. Justin's going to get into all that, so I won't get into those details. And he was being chased by a deputy, and he ran into our building. We have several people that were injured, and one is deceased at this time. Again, Justin will get into all those. This is a tragic day for us. Tragic day. My heart and prayers goes out to the family members of those that are injured, as well as those that are injured. We have multiple agencies that are here that are assisting, to include Washington County, Brenham PD, the FBI, as well as all the resources that we have with the Texas DPS. So we have the Texas Rangers, the Texas Highway Patrol, and the Criminal Investigations Division. So I'll step back and let Justin, Sergeant Ruiz, come up and give you guys the details. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate y'all.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is a sad day for DPS and for all the people that were involved, all the customers that we had in our building today for today's incident. A Washington County Sheriff's deputy and other law enforcement were behind this 18-wheeler. It was reported stolen. When they saw the vehicle, it was on State Highway 36 over here on this side of 290 by the McDonald's. The driver fled from law enforcement and came here on 290 going westbound, took the feeder loop under 290, the main highway, and went east back on 290 feeder. The stolen 18-wheeler took a hard right turn and went into the DPS Brenham office. The suspect is Clennard Parker, who's 42, from Chapel Hill. Parker was taken into custody and taken to the Washington County Sheriff's Department. Parker did come to the DPS Brenham office yesterday at approximately 3 or 4 p.m. where he was denied his commercial driver license. He then, while he was there, the driver's license staff advised Parker that he was not eligible to renew his commercial driver's license. 2 people were flown to CHI St. Joseph's in Bryan. 1 person was flown to Memorial Hermann Hospital in Houston. 3 were transported to Scott and White here in Brenham and have been released. And 8 were treated and released on the scene of the incident. Unfortunately, 1 person has succumbed to their injuries and died at the hospital. This is a criminal investigation that is being led by the Texas Rangers. Parker is facing multiple felony offenses, and Victim Support Services for DPS is on the scene at the family reunification, which is at the Brenham Police Department. Any questions?
Did the driver have any weapons on him at the time?
That's all under investigation. His name is going to be Clennard Parker. C-L-E-N-A-R-D Parker.
Does he have previous charges?
That's under investigation.
Can you talk to us about the deceased person? Which hospital did he or she die at? And do you know the approximate age and male, female?
We're not going to release that information right now because it's still very fresh. And so family notification still has to be made.
Was that person a state employee?
That's under investigation.
How many people total were state employees and how many were?
So all we have right now is 14 total individuals. That's all under investigation. Still very active. Can you repeat your question? No, there was no resist.
Could you describe how he was arrested?
He was taken out of the 18-wheeler and taken into custody by several officers.
When he was denied that CDO, were there any threats to return, and were there any precautions taken maybe at the office?
That's still under investigation. We're pulling all the information that we can.
So I'm assuming that there's dash cam video of the chase as well as of DPS. When and how would you release that video?
That's all going to be released through a public information request.
Why was he denied the CDL?
That's all under investigation.
You don't know why he was denied.
No, we're still trying to get all that information. It's very fresh, so we're still trying to get as much information as we can.
Do you know approximately how many people were actually inside the building or in the surroundings?
That was going to be the 14 people.
Just so all 14 people were injured, or 13 injured and 1 deceased were the totality of people were
Yes,
inside?
all the people inside.
Were there people in there who were not injured or just present?
So the 8 that I said that got checked on scene, that was everybody that was still there that didn't want to go to the hospital. So that's going to include all the people that were there.
Now, did 18 yet?
What's that? We're still trying to figure that out.
Now, the 18-wheeler looks like it went into the building. Did he drive out and grab it back in, or why is the 18-wheeler out?
Yeah, he went into the vehicle, or went into the building, and did come back out.
Could you describe the building? We can see the entrance. What is it?
That is the front door where the driver's license office is at.
How far back did it go?
I'm not. It's unsure right now. We're still trying to figure all that out.
And so that front door, Sergeant, that's a waiting area where people who are, waiting for the driver's
Correct.
license and that kind of thing.
Correct. Yeah, that's what the waiting area and where the driver's license desk are at.
Gotcha. And so were any officers, just trying to get an idea of exactly how far into the building
Correct.
did the truck make it inside? Did it make it past the lobby into office areas?
That's all still under investigation. There are several offices behind that driver's license waiting area, so we're still trying to figure all that out.
So out of the
Injuries in the process?
The suspect did not suffer any injuries.
So there were 14 people, just to clarify, 14 people total.
14 total.
8 people checked out, 1 person deceased, everybody else went to the hospital
Everybody went to
capacity.
hospitals, yes.
Okay. And then of the 14, how many were civilians and how many were state?
We're still trying to figure all that out.
Now, did he drive out of the building himself?
What's that?
Who has actual custody of him right now?
Washington County Sheriff's Department. He's in jail over there.
And did he drive by himself out of the building, or is that
That's something we're
2 more questions. You have time for 2 more questions.
arrest him?
we're still trying to figure all that out.
Let's go
through
here.
video.
Yeah, the next question.
Sergeant, could this be considered an act of domestic terrorism eliminating the case of federal?
We have all assets on scene and trying to figure all that out together. Like I said, this is still very active and ongoing, so I can't release that information right now.
Can you give us a sense the threat level was already at a heightened level just in recent time because of the climate, if you will? Can you give us a sense of where that will be moving forward in terms of the other government offices and law enforcement?
What I can say today is that this area is safe. We've got the suspect in custody, and we're all out here trying to get the scene all fixed up and taken care of.
That's all the time we have for
Will
questions.
the building have to be closed down, or are you guys aware, like structurally, if you anticipate the building to reopen anytime soon, or move the services temporarily? Where are you guys?
So the building is not going to be usable at this point, right? So it's going to be shut down for a little while. For all of our customers that that has appointments and plan to come here for a driver's license, please go to our DPS website to see where you can go to get a driver's license. So what we can tell you right now is what we've already told you. This is an active investigation, and as soon as we know more, we will surely share it with you. We want to be transparent with you, and as soon as we are able to show any videos, any of those things of that nature, we will, through our public information office, you can get that information. But as of right now, it's an active investigation. So that's going to be all the questions. We're going to allow the senator to come up. You want to come introduce the senator?
Can you give us his date of birth, though, real quick?
I think he gave that to you already.
I'm sorry.
You didn't give it? You can give it to him. What's the date of birth?
All right, Mr. Parker's date of birth is going to be July 16th of 1981. July 16th of 1981.
That's the last question.
Sergeant, can you identify yourself?
Hey, this is a tragic day, and it's affected a whole lot of people. Obviously, this investigation is just in its infancy right now, so we have a lot of questions that we're working to get answers, which is the reason why all these resources are here. But we're blessed to have with us the Texas senator for this area, Ruiz, and we want to give her an opportunity to talk about this tragedy.
I first want to say to everyone that we need to pray for the victims. And now that we have lost someone in this tragedy, please pray for their families. This is a day that you don't think is going to happen. That office right there is something known to the mayor and I and everyone in Brenham. We've taken our children to get their driver's license there. I've gotten my driver's license there. It's a place of public service. And so what we've seen today was an act of violence. And I want to first thank all the first responders, the deputy sheriff that realized that was a stolen truck, those that got on the scene quickly to keep more damage from being done, as I understand. I want to thank DPS and all of our servants. Today we are reminded that those that service in public, it's a dangerous job. Someone that goes to work today to issue driver's license can literally trigger someone to create an act of violence like the one that we see across the street. And so I want to thank all of our first responders that were on the scene today, helping those victims. I want to thank all of the law enforcement for their quick reaction. And again, pray for those victims that have been hurt. In ways we're blessed that more weren't injured in this act of violence. And then finally, I want to say that we will prosecute this person to the full extent of the law, because this will not be tolerated, not in my hometown and not in our home state. So again, thank you to all those that responded. Join us in prayers for the victims, and we will be tough on this crime. Thank you.
I'd now like to bring up the mayor for the city of Brenham for some remarks.
Thank you. Well, I'm not going to repeat everything that's... I'm sorry.
Your name?
Mayor Atwood Conjure, Mayor for the City of Brenham here. It's unfortunate that we are here gathered for a really senseless tragedy. And we just found out, or I just found out the same time you did, about the deceased. And that's not the kind of news we wanted to hear today. Our prayers are with those who are still in critical care. I want to say thanks to our first responders. Had it not been for their quick action, as you can see across the street, the suspect was backing the vehicle up and with the intent of going into it again. Our fire chief mentioned that if he had veered a little bit to the left the second time, there would have been a collapse of that building, which would have resulted in a lot more injuries and possible death. So again, thanks to our first responders. I can't say enough for them. They put their life on the line. And again, keep your prayers for those who are in the critical care now. Thank you very much.
We will continue to keep everyone updated on our social media channels, on our Twitter and Facebook channels. The investigators continue to work tirelessly behind us, and that will be going on for several hours. That's all we have for right now. Thank you.
DPS authorities giving us an update on a major crash in Brenham that happened this morning. An 18-wheeler crashed into the city's DPS office. The 18-wheeler had been reported stolen, and officers were chasing it when it took a hard right and crashed into the building. One person was killed, 13 others injured. 3 of those people critically were flown to area hospitals, including one of them taken to Memorial Hermann. DPS telling us the suspect visited that same DPS office in Brenham yesterday, where he was denied a commercial driver's license.
Yes. DPS says that suspect's name is Clenard Parker. He is 42 years old, and he is facing multiple felony charges after they say he ran into that building. The sheriff there saying that it was a criminal and intentional act that happened there this morning by Clenard Parker. They said that he was there yesterday, as you said, Reka, and trying to get a CDL, the commercial driver's license. It was denied, and this is what happened today. KHOU 11 has a crew at Parker's home in Chapel Hill right now. We are the only crew there, and we're told from our crew at the scene that authorities are at his home. We will continue to follow the story as it develops. Meantime, you can find the latest updates online on KHOU 11 mobile app. For now, you're looking at his photo here, his driver's license photo we have up on your screen. That is Clenard Parker, 42 years old, suspected of running into the building, hurting multiple people, killing one. We'll have the latest coming up as well on the 411.
Welcome back to DBL. We love sharing your comments. Sherry says, I usually survive on 5 hours of sleep, but need more like 7 to 8. Also, a lot of people just saying, thank you for talking about the stuff that's like usually taboo.